might think that's a farmhouse, not a church. This church goes whichever way the wind blows. They just remodeled. They call it the President's Church. It's where Donald Trump held the Bible upside down. They keep the cross down low. They keep the weather vane up top. That's not very churchy at all. The cross should be on top, not the weather vane. So that's more of a fucking farmhouse right there to serve the plantation house called the White House right there. Now, that brings me to this point. The Ankh, an ancient symbol for eternal life and spirituality and family and the union of a man and a woman coming together. Say the I going up into the omega and going and passing that dot up into the top of the womb. That's called pregnancy. But they took the fucking circle with the cross under it, which is a pocket rosary that the Catholics would use. It's a pocket rosary. That's what the women use for their symbol for feminism. And the men get a circle with the arrow pointing up like a hard dick. So the feminists stole the pocket rosary from the Catholic Church with the cross on the bottom of the circle rather than the beads with that. That's what that symbol is. And they stole the Ankh and tried to dilute the Ankh by using that symbol. Again, the Ankh is like the omega with the I, putting the sperm right up in there. You close that gap and you have the Ankh, and that represents fertility, pregnancy, life, and family. Oh, let's look which way the wind is blowing now.
Reciba información al minuto sobre las cegueras y desviaciones del Metrobús, ya sea por correo electrónico o en mensajes de texto. Inscríbase en wmata.com/Metro-Alert.
It's lentil time here in Anacostia. Lentils and rice with some oil and some hot sauce. Yeah. And then guess what I'm gonna do? Well, since they keep calling the police and also a lot of federal officers keep going by, I'm gonna go beg right where I always beg, because then they just leave, and then the store owners who are dicks and are trying to fuck everything up, including my life, and probably your life, honestly, because they're the ones who help all the people who, well, sign off on all the paperwork that makes every single American an indentured servant to the United States government, or the people who tell the United States government what to do, which includes some of these potato heads who go to all these cafes and restaurants that I sit near, and they're UN, IMF, International Monetary Fund, White House staff, Treasury staff, which the Treasury staff keeps going over to the United Nations constantly. With the lanyards, they're walking to the United Nations almost like they work there more than they work for the U.S. Treasury. And so I'm going to go beg over there. And including, I saw a pastor yesterday, one of the pastors from the church that I've been attending for years. I'm not going there anymore. I asked him to help me and told him everything about what's going on. And he recommended I go to the Methodist church on 14th Street to get assistance. And he said if he wouldn't have forgotten his wallet, he would have helped me, but he forgot his wallet. And then he went in and had lunch at Chopped, and then he left. And then he came back a couple hours later, and I was still begging with no extra money since he had left. And I guess he forgot his wallet again. And then he went into Starbucks with his friends and bought some stuff and then left again and didn't help me. And then I said, "Hey, Minister Bowen." And he turned around and waved, and then he went to the White House, and I made a video about how much I think he's an asshole for not helping me as a homeless person. And Minister Thomas Bowen, or Pastor Thomas Bowen from Shiloh Baptist at 9th and P, which Pastor Mensa, George Mensa, says is the place to be. I don't go there anymore. And Minister Bowen, Pastor Bowen, you didn't help me. And he runs the morning prayer services for Shiloh, Monday through Friday, for all the parishioners in the whole city or world. He used to work in the mayor's office for homelessness. He didn't help me then either. And I asked him if he was tasked with helping the homeless in the president's office. And he said, which is what they do. And then he said, no, I work in the White House now. And go to the Methodist Church on 14th. They've got it down to a science. And then I says, "Oh yeah, Minister Bowen, did you ever think that science is silence with an invisible L and a silent L?" And then I said, say no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil, see no evil, see not, hear not, speak not see, not say, not hear, not say, not hear, not see, not hear, not see. And I don't really care for that stuff. And also I said in the video, the only reason he didn't help me is because I'm not gay and I'm not black. And since he's gay and black, and he's a real shenanigans man, he doesn't really believe in helping me because I'm not gay and I'm not black. And you can say what you want, it's just the fucking reality. Just like me begging yesterday for about 4 or 5 hours, and I only got enough money to buy a bag of rice, a bag of lentils, and 3 bottles of spring water from the store. That's what the United States government does. That's what the White House staff holy man does. And that's what you are, Pastor Bowen, a holy man for the President of the United States. And you didn't help me, one of your parishioners. And I've attended Shiloh for years. And I started at the original site at the bequest of Pastor Dobines and posthumously Pastor Davies. So I'll enjoy my rice and lentils, then I'm going to go beg by the White House, see what happens. Did you get to see the red light blink right when I went over to pull the paper out? It rarely ever blinks except for when it's kind of expecting something. There's also a camera out the window on top of the street light. I don't want a half-eat nose, and I don't want $50 either. He's from the other video. I'm saying I don't want your half-eaten food, your half-eaten ho-hos, and I don't want your dollar, and get away from me and stop harassing a mentally ill old homeless man.